Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hello, Aquarius. Let's get to your message here. Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything will be for you here. Take the messages that help you to help yourself, knowing that you are in charge of what you let in and what you don't in life. Please do like this video, hype this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Let's get to it. Here we go. Aquarius, what are we talking about? What's the message for you today? Queen of Cups. Love that energy. That's just caring and nurturing, caring for others, caring for someone smaller, I hear. They have, this smaller person, a younger person, has a good balance between masculine and feminine energy. Ace of Wands, they just naturally have this. This isn't anything they've learned. They were just born with it. And they can pick things up quickly. They're very intelligent, very intuitive. They like to study new things. Beautiful. Six of Cups. This reminds you of you when you were younger. They remind you of you. Page of Pentacles out here now. Yeah, this natural way of theirs, if you're worried, is always going to provide them opportunities. There's always going to be opportunities for them. Never worry is the message I see out here. They're just very appealing, and there will just be, the divine will take care of this child, always with opportunities. The Hermit in the reverse, I feel like they're very enlightened. They help you to be enlightened. They help others to be enlightened. And again, a lot of this is just natural. How they are, just their energy in a space. But they are also wise beyond their years. Very remarkable individual here. Remarkable. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe they're having a rough patch right now. I feel like don't worry. If that's the case, what else here on this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse? Page of Wands in the reverse. They're just not happy with something they're doing right now that has been very good for them in the past. Now they're doing it, it's like the same sort of activity but with different participants, and it's not going as swimmingly well as before, but I feel like it's still going very well. It's just not as remarkable as before. 10 of Wands. Yeah, and it feels like a burden. It's one of their first burdens here, is coming up against some difficulties or some challenges. But I feel like they're a very loving individual, and by stepping always forward with love, that's their secret sauce. That's what's really going to help them in this instance and in life, and it's just something they do naturally. This is like maybe a lesson learned here, that there are bumps in the road, and I feel like it's just kind of an intro from the divine so that they can understand that. There are always going to be bumps in the road, and it's character building. It can be transformative, and I feel like they instinctively kind of know these things. If they hang in there, this can be character building for them, good for them as well. They may need a reminder, but I feel like instinctively they kind of know these things, yeah, because they're the Emperor and the King of Swords, and they're natural leader. People go to them for leadership in groups that they find themselves in, and they are big thinkers. They're always thinking. I feel like they never turn it off. They're always thinking. But this is just a little bit of a blip for them. And maybe someone else is a leader, and it's their first time following somebody, something like that. I feel like Spirit is saying these are all good things. These are all good lessons. It's just a little bit, it's different terrain, so it's a little bit heartbreaking. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Because whatever they're coming off of with this activity was just extraordinary. So I think then it's a matter of saying, yeah, then appreciate the extraordinary, because it's not always extraordinary, and you're not always going to be picked, or you're not always going to be the lead, but try to enjoy your time even when it's a little bit different, and really lean in and think fondly of the extraordinary times. And do we all learn that in life, even as adults? Yeah, this is something this child is learning as well. King of Pentacles in the reverse. It's the King of Pentacles in the reverse here. I think they feel like, is it always going to be like this now? Something like that. Six of Wands. Yeah, they're really taking this hard. They're used to great successes, maybe even sometimes without that much effort. And now they're seeing that sometimes you have to work for things. Again, another good lesson. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is going to move, though. This area that they're in now, that they're feeling a little bit stuck, is it always going to be like this? This will move. Queen of Swords, and also they're going to find their good friends here. I think some of them are coming away from a group where they had a lot of good friends. Then they were in, then they're now in a new group and making friends here. Maybe this group has always been together or has established friendships, but I feel like they hang in there. They're almost over the hump where now they start establishing good relationships with this group themselves, because they were a little bit of an outsider for a little bit. Eight of Pentacles and the Hangman in the reverse. They're both in the reverse here. So I feel like even though sometimes they go through the motions of this will never get better, in the back of their mind, and because they're so intelligent and an old soul, they know, they're enlightened enough to know, yeah, this is a lesson that will actually do me good in the long run. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. They're destined for fantastic things in life. They're destined for so many fantastic things that their character crops up in other generations. Their good fortune, their hard work crops up in future generations to benefit. Final message here. Five of Wands. Just right now, it's kind of an introductory course to when things don't go right. But they're going to be just fine. And maybe what they're doing now is kind of a competitive field too, so they're getting a sense of kind of competitiveness even. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. People are, maybe they're extraordinary. I feel like they are extraordinary wherever they go. Maybe they're extraordinary to this group is what I wanted to say. And that's making people feel jealous a certain way, or wanting to hoard or hang on to their core group and not let anybody in. That's insecurities on other people's parts. But I feel like they do, something happens here pretty soon where they're let into the group and they find, maybe not everybody in the group, but they certainly find some good connections. The King, the Emperor on its side, on the side here, is telling me, yeah, they're just kind of wavering back and forth. Where do I fit in this new group? They're going to find their way, and they're going to find friends. Eight of Wands, and it's going to move quickly, but it feels slow just because it's new territory for them. I keep saying final card, but I want to hear more. I want to see more of the strength. Yeah, they have the strength to endure this. It's just about over the hard part. Then it moves quickly, and then they're going to be saying, yeah, I really do like this group, or I really want to do more with this group. The High Priestess and the King of Cups. Yeah, but because they're emotional, they wear their heart on their sleeves. They're being a little bit quiet about that. I think they're trying to bring out their tougher side here in this scenario, both emotionally and if it's something physical they're doing, trying to just be tougher. King of Wands in the reverse. I think they might be dealing with some people that are kind of volatile, or the situation is emotional. Maybe even the leaders here are emotional instead of, more grounded or rock solid. Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. But what Spirit says is here, have them remember to never walk away from who they are. Always show up the way they are naturally, because they're sharp. They put things together. Old soul I've mentioned several times, and they will start shining again here. Good fortune will fall upon them as usual. They're a blessed child. and they will have a blessed life, special child. Yeah, and they'll find their people, and they'll find their way, and they'll alchemize energy that's negative into positive, and they will, they'll endure the bumps in the road, but be better for it, and a lot of transformation here. 7 of Cups. I feel like they are a standout, yeah. And people see that, yeah. Definitely King of Cups energy here. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But there's an ending here to the lack of luck on their side, and luck turns around for them here. But it's good character building, I feel. That's what Spirit's saying here. And they will always do the right thing. And they will find their people, yeah. And people that are shady or fellow cohorts, what do I want to say? Fellow students, fellow teammates, whatever the case may be, other kids, they'll get wise to the ones that have to play games in order to win or to do well. And I think they'll, in a very charismatic way, eliminate that from their lives. They'll be very blessed. They will be very abundant and blessed. And only, these characters that don't have the goods like they do, who will talk bad about them, something we all endure in life, will maybe come forward or try trickery or throw rocks and hide their hands. But we all deal with this. And so I think this is just a child maybe dealing with this for the first time. But I feel like they are so strong-willed, they'll never let anything like that get to them or disturb their happiness here. But the key is to invest in themselves, always believe in self, always show up as they are naturally, as self. Let's just grab an oracle here. I'll cut the deck. Resourcefulness. Yes, that is them. That's your message, Aquarius. Please do like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.